Damn, man. Mac Miller reported dead from an overdose. That's fucking crazy, bro. I feel like everybody's dying right now. Like, everybody's dying. X. Man. It's crazy. Mac Miller now? Holy, bro. And you know what? He just made that video. He just made that music video. I don't know the name of it, but Mac Miller just made a video. What's up, bro? What are you saying, man? Lockdown 21. Yo, I was just making a video about I just found out Mac Miller died, bro. He's dead. Apparently, like, all the main outlets are doing a live right now talking about how he's dead, bro. He passed away from an overdose. Yeah, that's crazy. 26. That's how old I am, bro. I'm 26. And bro, I just keep watching, like, even in my own life, everybody's dying. Everybody's dying right now. Like, I'm only 26 too, you know, and I'm seeing these celebrities that are dying, you know, that I looked up to, like, that are my age, you know what I mean? And they inspired me. And then, you know, I see people in my actual life, you know, my age dying, like, for no reason, like dying in their sleep. You know what I mean? Dying from a heart attack at 25. How do you die from a heart, like a healthy person? You know what I mean? Yeah, drugs too, bro. Everybody's getting got from drugs. Straight up. Yeah, and that's another thing. He did glorify his drug use. And another thing is he made a music video recently where he was in a coffin, bro, in a casket, smoking a cigarette, like basically just saying fuck life. You know what I mean? And I was just watching that, and like he just came out with a new album or something like that, and I was just watching that thinking, like, I didn't even listen to the album. I seen that song and him in the casket, and I kind of looked at him, and he looked like death to me. I was like, I can't fuck with that. I'm like, I can't rep that shit no more. The same thing with Eminem, how I don't listen to Eminem anymore. I stopped listening to his shit a long time ago when he started getting weird. I can't represent death in that type of shit no more, bro. Like, you know what I mean? In that way, like, you know what I mean? Drugs, glorifying all that shit, because I've had people close to me die from drugs and stuff like that. I've lost people from drugs and all that stuff. But yeah, man, Mac Miller, the man dies. That's crazy, man. I just seen it. I thought I would talk about how I was just watching his video and thinking, like, I bet he's the next rapper to die. I swear my father's grave. Like, this was weeks ago, if not a month ago. I swear to God, I seen him in there, and I was like, I bet he's going to be the next celebrity to die. That's sad, you know? And I kind of switched over. I was like, I don't want to look at this people repping death no more. Lockdown 23-1. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm about to have heart attacks. Yeah. Predicted their own words. Sometimes I feel like that might happen to me because I go by the name Death. Yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I had a moment, there was a minute where I thought about your name still, bro. Like, you're a fucking spiritual warrior, bro. Like, I watch your videos for time, man, and I was like, bro, this guy's a fucking survivor. I was like, he shouldn't put that word in his name, bro. I was like, that might fuck his whole flow up, you know what I'm saying? Might fucking throw a wrench in your gears, homie. You already know what time it is. You know not to play around too much, right? But yeah, shit is crazy, bro. Fucking crazy, man. X, Mac Miller now. Like, holy fuck, bro. Everybody's dying, man. And you know what? It just makes me more and more grateful for life every day. I just realize how lucky I am, like, on a real tip. Gotta keep telling myself it's just a gamer tag. Yeah, no doubt, eh? Holy fuck. Shit is crazy, bro. But I thought about that too, man. I thought about with your name and stuff like that. I was like, I don't know, bro. I was like, that was the one thing that kind of threw me off a little bit, but it's because of the context of what your channel's about and what you do and stuff like that. So that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I have really bad luck, bro. So I'm like super like fucking sketched out about everything now, dude. Before I didn't give a fuck about anything. I didn't care. I just didn't care. You know what I mean? But now I'm like, things are starting to change where I'm like, fuck, man. I'm seeing people die in front of me. I'm seeing people get hit, and I'm not getting hit. And I was just talking that shit, and they just got clapped for that. And I'm like, holy fuck, I better chill the fuck out because people are dying over this shit for less. You know what I'm saying? Life is precious, man. Yeah, straight up, bro. It really is, man. And especially, you know, I've been in jail too. I know how valuable freedom is. I know, like, when you get your life suppressed and oppressed in a way, like that, all you can do is value life. Like all you can do is crave life. Like when I was in jail, I was like, you know, looking outside and seeing the clouds, like, fuck, man, like everybody's living their life and I'm sitting here trapped, stuck in time, you know what I mean? And all I thought was like what good I'm gonna do when I get out of jail and how much I'm gonna live life way more, you know what I mean? So it's just like struggle and suffering and stuff like that. It actually, you know, builds character. You know, diamonds were formed under pressure, right? So it's like, in the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just can't get over the fact that Mac Miller is dead right now. And like, yeah, I looked up to him and his music too, the same thing. I grew up off that. You know, I remember when, you know, I was vibing off that, but I seen him going downhill and he was starting to get, you know, letting whatever the fuck demons take him under. You know what I mean? And then I witnessed it when I seen, you know, when I seen that music video that he recently just released. I can't believe it, man. He dropped an album and shit, didn't he? And I seen all these new tracks and this new music videos and shit. And then I seen that of him smoking a cigarette inside of a casket. And it was like, I felt that, man. And I was like, bro, I feel death on this guy. Like, he's bringing death to himself like that, bro. And that shit is real. Now I'm starting to witness the pattern and see that that is a real fucking power that you can tap into. And Jesus even said, God even said in the Bible, you can either speak life onto yourself or death onto yourself. You know what I mean? With your tongue, like with your own words. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is crazy. Man, rest in peace to Mac Miller. Rest in peace to X. Man, I made a video about X and how, you know, like, yo, that's another thing, man. You know, that Illuminati shit, that shit is real, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, you know, they can't tap into that consciousness level, you know what I mean? Or they just disacknowledge it, like, fuck that. That shit's I used to be like that too, but I've seen some things now where I'm, you know, it's no longer an unrealistic thing to me, you know what I mean? A lot of things that used to be unrealistic aren't anymore, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you're not serving that agenda, you know what I mean? And you're not pushing it, you're not on top. He wasn't pushing that shit as much, you know what I mean? Like, but, you know, he got what he asked. Like, just the same thing with X, man. He said, yo, I'm going to die, and I know I'm going to die. And if I die, this is what happened. Like, yo, you got to be careful. I used to kind of get in that mode and shit because I had people trying to kill me. I had fucking, you know, all types of shit going on where I seen the devil closing in on me, trying to kill me through people, through gangs, through enemies, through friends, turning into enemy, all types of crazy shit. You know what I mean? But, and I realized that your words actually affect the physical matter. You know what I mean? Literally, like it really truly is true. Like the law of attraction and manifesting things, speaking things into your reality. That is real. And I'm witnessing artists just doing that, talking about them, their die, and how they, even Tupac, until they kill me, Westside, all that shit. He got clapped. You know what I mean? He got shot 5 times and lived and fucking still talk shit after that. And then, I don't know, he probably faked his death after that for a bit. And then he probably died somewhere along the fucking lines, probably got clapped. I don't know. I haven't heard from him. I don't think somebody like him could be that silent. Power in your words, speak them into existence. Yeah, bro, like I'm so much more cautious about what I'm saying now. And even when I feel bad, even when I'm feeling depressed or like, you know what I mean? Like the world is like, I want to kill myself, you know, that feeling, suicidal type feeling. I realize how powerful words are and how they affect your actual reality and manifest, you know what I mean? And then I realize, even though I may feel like a certain way, I'm going to have to tell myself the opposite of that. I'm depressed today. I'm not going to say I feel great today. And then reverse that, you know what I mean? And you actually start feeling better. So it is real. Like, you know, it has a real effect. But, you know what I'm saying? I got to be careful about what I say nowadays, even in my music. When I was talking all the shit that I was going through and I'm talking about it, I'm dwelling on it. Yeah, okay, you know, do that. And then that's how I got all that off my chest and put it behind me. But in the end of the day, you got to be careful about what you're rapping about, what you're talking about, what you're dwelling on, because it actually draws that shit in and it'll happen to you. And I'm witnessing it with Mac Miller and X and all these other people. Yeah, straight up, man. Yo, and I just finally got monetized, bro. I just got monetized and whatnot. So I thought that was like, you know, that was a big thing for me. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I just started this channel like not even a year ago. It was like maybe like 6, 7, 8 months or something like that. And like I was watching your videos when you're like, oh, I don't know why I'm not monetized. I applied for it, but it took way later, and you were at like way up, like past 10K, and you still didn't have like monetization or. But I just got that, thank God. That was pretty cool. It felt kind of good. And I made like $7 in the last like 3 days already off ads, and I don't get a lot of views or anything. Like, I'm just building this channel and just kind of, you know, my reach and stuff like that. But I got a lot of big plans and stuff like that to start making things happen. You know what I mean? And I feel like no matter what, this channel is going to lead to a good thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to empower people, just, you know, sharing my knowledge that I've experienced through life experiences and stuff like that. And, you know, just real talk. You know what I mean? A lot of, you know, there's not a lot of real people left nowadays, you know, talking about real shit. Nobody wants to talk about the real shit nowadays. So somebody's got to do it and stick their neck out and be the fucking most hated individual for saying all the real shit, touching on everybody's feelings and shit. You know what I mean? But I'm willing to make that sacrifice, you know, to take all that heat and static. You know what I'm saying? For the truth over everything. But yeah, man, like, I feel like I'm doing a good thing, and I'm getting a lot of love, you know, from people, like, slowly but surely, you know what I mean? And I'm having a good effect in people's lives, and you know, making people think about certain things that's going to change their end result. You know what I mean? And that's where it starts, is just with a thought. But that you wouldn't even had that thought if that person didn't talk about that. If you didn't see that video, like even your videos, you know, Lockdown 23-in-1. You know, I've been watching you for time, right? Like, and there's been a lot of things that you've said that, you know, inspired me in different ways to do things differently. Or even with my YouTube channel, I was watching you, what you were doing. You know what I mean? So it is powerful. It really is. You know what I mean? And I used to be the type of guy where I would just be quiet all my life. You know what I mean? Like, just silent, observative. And I would observe. And that's the best way to be, is keep your mouth shut. You know what I mean? But in the end of the day, I did that all my life. Now it's time to open my mouth and share my experiences and what I've learned. And you know what I mean, from my failures and from my, you know, all that shit, right? Or else it's useless. You're bringing no value to this world. You're what the fuck are you there for? You know what I'm saying? Like, in the end of the day, I already did everything there is to do. The only thing left to do is to share my experiences in a positive way. I already did all the negative shit, been to jail, did all that shit, just like my homie there. You know what I mean? And he's did all that, and now look at him. Like, he's fucking, what, he probably passed 100K subs now. Like, he's got a huge following of people that support him and love him as a person and care about what he has to say, and he's influenced them in positive ways, you know, and they value that. He brings value to people. And you know, I seen people in his live chat, like, doing super chat and like donating to him, like $50, $100, $50. And I was like, wow, I seen him when he started with nothing, and monetization wasn't happening, and it was taking longer than it was supposed to. And, you know, he's given all this value and all this time and effort, you know, and now it's starting to pay off. And I feel like this channel is I feel like that might happen for me in the future, you know what I mean? And in a positive way, I'm having a good effect. But this video was about Mac Miller passing away, which is really unfortunate. And still, that reality that's just crazy, man. Fuck, man. Like, everybody's dying, man. Like, even one of my ex-girlfriends that I never spoke to, I still don't talk to, like, you know, she's off in the room, but I heard that her baby dads or whatever passed. He died from overdose. And I remember he was one of my enemies. Like, I've heard about a lot of my enemies dead now, like dying. A lot of people that, you know, wanted to kill me at one point in time, you know, and war with me and whatnot. And they're dying now. Like, everybody's dying. And I'm like sitting here like, oh shit. Like, I grew up with these people. I was beefing with this guy. We were, you know, going back and forth with each other's chicks and stuff like that. Like, this shit is real. I mean, I was chilling with this one guy. He sold me a microphone because I wanted to start making music again. So he sold me a microphone for like $50, and he walked all the way to my house. I didn't even know this guy. And he comes with this mic and a blunt, and we sat there and we smoked a blunt. Never met him, talked. He was a chill, cool guy, you know. And yeah, 3 days later, he got shot and killed by the police in his apartment, and he was dead 3 days later. And I was just talking to him within that 3 days, and he just chilled with me. He was there. And then when I went on my porch and I kind of looked at my porch where he was standing, I was sitting there smoking another spliff. Like, man, death is so close to me all the time, man. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's fucking dying right beside me. Like, it's just always missing me. It's always missing me. And it just made me realize, man, like, how real life is. It's easier to die than it is to live. You know, so that's why I made this video talking about Mac Miller and what happened and stuff like that, because this stuff is what affects me, because I'm just like, holy shit. And it matters about what you're doing in your life before that. How can we use this as an example? Like, he was just making a music video, laying in a casket, smoking a cigarette, not giving a fuck, basically throwing his life. It was showing that he don't care about his life, and he's representing death. You know what I mean? And now he's dead. And I see that pattern happening a lot now. Now I have to really wonder. You know what I mean? Do I still live in Vancouver? No, I'm not. I'm not in BC anymore. And I was in BC for like 5 years. I was on Vancouver Island. I was in Kamloops, Vernon. I did the whole island: Victoria, Nanaimo, Parksville, Courtney, Uni Bay, Campbell River. I was just experiencing, you know, like, I've been in one place my whole life in a concrete jungle in the city, and I feel like, you know, I wanted to. Everybody else only thought within the walls of the city in Toronto and that area, you know, big city life. Nobody thought, like, go to the other side of the country to a beautiful island. Like, we don't think like that where I come from. It's not going to happen. We're never going to go to a place like that. So I don't know. I feel like it was God's plan, a plan of humbling to humble me. You know what I mean? And that's how I end up out in BC or whatnot. And out there for 5 years, just drifting. The first time I became like a drifter in the backpacking, tenting, you know, type lifestyle. And it was life altering, that's for sure. Grew up in Vancouver suburbs, where plan to move to Victoria in a year, then maybe go to the States. Yeah, I was in Victoria. That's honestly my favorite place in BC, and I feel really attached to that place. It's a really interesting place, beautiful place, Vancouver Island. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Thanks, Jennifer. I'm just looking at the comments. Yeah, man. Jennifer was like, I hear young people say I'm dead all the time, and it pierces my heart to hear it. Satan is sneaky. Yeah. See, you know, and people say that all the time. Yeah, and as a joke, and I've caught myself saying it a couple times as a joke, you know. But now when I see things like this manifest, bro, I gotta be so careful, man. We gotta be careful about what we're saying. This shit is real, bro. This shit is not a joke. This is real. Fucking crazy, man. I gotta be careful. Even swearing and stuff like that, it's polluting yourself, you know what I mean, in a sense. Best parts in Victoria? Is it expensive? Well, just like any other city, like, there's a rich side and then there's like a more affordable side, you know what I mean? Like, in every city. And Victoria has that, you know what I mean? It's more, you know, expensive than it is less expensive. But I mean, I was able to live there, and I was only getting like $1,000 a month plus some side, a couple $100 here and there. You know what I mean? So I was able to live. You know what I mean? And there's people doing it. You'll figure it out once you get there. You know what I mean? But it is a little bit harder. Obviously, it's a richer environment. It's a little bit harder to get your foot in the door and stuff like that. And but you know, it's different for everybody, I guess. But yeah. No, it was a good experience. Beacon Hill Park, I would tell you to go there. I tented right there, right at the ocean. I was seeing the Olympic Mountains, and it was just amazing, to be honest. But yeah, just crazy, man. I'm gonna end this video, though. It's already like 20 minutes long, but just wanted to touch on that. You got to be careful with what you say, and you know, your words can actually manifest your reality. And I know that sounds cliche and corny, and we've heard that a million times, and law of attraction, all that shit, but it's becoming a more visible pattern. It's becoming more clear that that is factual matter, you know what I mean? And in examples like this, like X, you know what I mean? Even in myself, I've been reprogramming myself to speak differently, to talk differently, to think differently, because these things are really manifesting my reality. The more you think about what you don't want, the more you're going to get that, because you're thinking about, oh, I want this, I don't want that, boom, and then it's going to happen, because that's what your thoughts are, and that's what's going to manifest is your thoughts. It's real. Like, I just, you know, it's So, do I have any experience with law of attraction? Of course. Like I said, just doing what I'm doing now, and this YouTube channel is an example of law of attraction, and just my whole life really. Because even if you go back 20, 30 videos, you go back to the beginning of my channel, like it's not that far behind. Like I just started this channel, and you'll see that everything I said, there's people hate when I was just homeless. I'm not homeless now. You know what I mean? I might be homeless again. You know what I mean? Like that's life. Life is full of ups and downs. That doesn't bother me because I know where I've been. I've had jobs and a place and had all that stuff. Like I became homeless because that was like I had to go through that to experience something. You know what I mean? To be humbled, to travel. I had to become homeless. I had to become outside type person. You know what I mean? And go through that experience and make sacrifices and to experience the good out of that, which I did. And it was worth it in the end, you know. But I had people hating on me, saying you're a homeless bum, this and that. Now I'm sitting in a place. Where the fuck are those people now talking shit about how you're homeless, this and that? You're always gonna be a fucking bum and this and this and that. I've been like everything I said I was gonna do. I said I wanted a new watch in my head like 2-3 years ago. I was like, I'm gonna get one of those watches again. I had one of these when I was young. I didn't care about material shit, but I just said, you know what? I feel like it. I just feel like I want to do that. You know what I mean? And I haven't really, I've been really doing what I should do versus what I want to do for a long time. Like I've been trying to be more self-disciplined and shit. And that's why I've been kind of bummed out. I'm spending my money on food. I'm spending my money on building myself, developing myself, my online businesses. I'm spending my money in other places where I would be buying new clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like haircut more often. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like this, like new shoes and things like that. You know what I mean? Like I used to be more of a material person, you know what I mean? And I'm less of that now, so I spend my money in different ways. So people look at me and they might be like, "Oh, you look like a bum or something like that." You know what I mean? And they don't realize that where I'm putting my money and why I may not look. I'm not putting my money on my visuals, on my image. You know what I'm saying? But I have before. I had looked like I was rich, but I was broke. You know what I mean? Now I look broke, but I'm okay. You know, whatever. Like, you know, you gotta watch out with how you judge people by their appearance. Jennifer, whoa, what is that? Oh, the super chat thing. Oh, Jennifer donated. I think that's what that is. Jennifer, our father is so proud of you and loves your heart. Have a great day. Wow. Thank you so much, Jennifer. And says $20 that she donated to me. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's amazing, man. I never ever had anybody donate anything to me. And I just got this monetization ability with the super chat thing. And this is the first time I've seen that. You're the first person to ever donate anything to me or ever use the super chat thing for me. Thank you so much. God bless you for that. That's amazing. Wow. Even that right there is an amazing thing to me. You know what I mean? Because I started this channel like nobody was watching my videos. Nobody knew I existed. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just started documenting my life, being homeless, like being homeless, traveling, you know, by myself, like all my hardships, everything. My girlfriend, she even got raped when I was in Kamloops, and I brought her from Vancouver Island to start a new life on the mainland, and she ends up getting raped. She took off on me to go drink with some chick. She ends up getting raped. I ended up getting a job. They ripped me off and didn't pay me, and then the shelter kicked me out falsely when I was trying to work at the same time, and I ended up losing my job. But I'm making videos about this, you know, showing my life, where like I'm exposing my life to people, but in a way where it's empowering people at the same time. You know, that's the only why I would expose myself in a light like that, where somebody could be like, oh, you know, whatever, right? Judge me, but I'm doing it because I have to make that sacrifice in order to get through to my people, man, because we are all like brothers and sisters, whether we would like to admit it or not, regardless of your color or your race or anything. That's the reality, you know? And we're all supposed to be like, I see homeless people that have no money are willing to give their last slice of pizza to me, you know, versus somebody that has everything, you know. And I've just seen life in such a bad way where I'm like, everybody's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to do this shit, right? But nobody had the courage to speak up and fucking be the one person where they think, oh, that's lame to say that. It's lame to be the good guy and help the fucking homeless guy out because, oh, he's just going to buy crack with that money. He's just going to get drunk with that money. That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard. Like, regardless, you don't want him to do that? Okay, well then fucking buy him some food. You know what I mean? Give him a gift card. Like, that's your fucking excuse to not help somebody, is that he's going to go, he's sick, he's hurt, he's broken. That individual is broken to fucking smash to pieces. That's why they're resorting to a drug, or they're homeless and they can't break free from that because they don't have the strength that you have. That's why we are in our position of strength to help the people under us and pull them out to save their fucking lives. Anyways, if you've seen somebody drowning and they weren't strong enough to fucking swim, so they were drowning, they're going to die, you're going to pull that person out and save their fucking life. And they're going to be grateful forever for that. You know what I mean? So that's the type of person that I am, and I feel like I'm doing that with these videos. So thank you, Jennifer. And, you know, I feel like God wanted me to make this YouTube channel because I was sitting there broken down, like, sitting there just, like, literally crying, like, grown man. Like, I'm a young man, but, you know, I'm grown. Like, it takes a lot to break me down like that, on a level like that, right? Just pure defeat, just sitting there, you know, about to become homeless again. Like, the world is set up to fucking destroy you. And I realized that, and I just sat there and I broke down because of that. And then I said, you know what? I kind of looked at my computer. My computer's in front of me. All my Facebooks got disabled. I lost my Blue Badge verified page for my music. That, you know, I care about these things because that's what I build for myself, is my music, my online presence, whatever. You know, those are what I value. You know, that's what I do, right? So, you know, and yeah, I was defeated, and I kind of just felt like God was like, you're resilient, and you have to turn all these, like, I felt like that was it. I'm ready to kill myself. I am serious when I say it. I don't fuck around. When I say, okay, how am I going to end my life? How is this going to happen? How am I going to do it painlessly? You know, what's going to be the consequence? Like, this is a real thought process I'm going through. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting there like, I have to kill myself if I want to escape this pain, because it's never going to go away. It's going to get worse. And then my mom's going to die, and my dad's already dead. And then, like, you know, at least there's still somebody that's alive. Like, I didn't really grow up around my family. I was kind of in the streets, and there's a disconnection with me, my family, and stuff like that. It wasn't really there like other families, but it's just crazy, man. But it was God's plan, and this was one of my first signs ever right here. Jennifer Vernado, our Father is so proud of you and loves your heart. Have a great day. You know what? And that's real. That's God. Now, after 8 months of starting this YouTube channel, these are the blessings coming to me now that I just can't believe it. I just can't even believe it. I had somebody else, one person, join my Patreon thing for $5, committed to giving me $5 a month because of the value and content, and, you know, that I give in my YouTube channel, and, you know what I mean, just who I am as a person. People want to support that. People want to put power behind that, you know, and that's the thing, right? I know when I reach 1 million people, when I have 1 million subscribers, I'm going to make $1 million, because there's going to be 1 million people like Jennifer right here that is just going to be like $20 because God loves what you're doing right now, or whatever, even if it wasn't to do with God, you know what I mean? Regardless. And you know what's going to happen when that happens to me? These people have seen me homeless in the street, in shelters, with people picking on me, putting me down, telling me I'm never going to be shit. And I've proved myself to continuously be resilient. In the last 8 months, I've proven myself to be resilient and live up to the name that I have on this channel to empower other people. And one day, you know, years from now, I might have 1 million subscribers and 1 million people doing that, giving me $20. That's $20 times 1 million people. That's well over $1 million, right? That's right. That can happen like that when you have a following, that, and you're giving real value, and you're really having a real effect on the world and people. You know what I mean? That can happen. And when I have that money, what do you think I'm going to do with that? Think about it. I'm going to drop thousands and thousands of dollars behind these videos, reaching millions and millions and millions of more people, you know what I mean, as fast as I can, you know what I mean? Because look, it's easy to die. You know what I'm saying? I could, you know, and I'm not even going to say that. I speak life onto myself in Jesus' name. Amen. And that is it. Death shall flee from me. So You know what I mean? I'm on a mission, and that was a beautiful blessing right there that Jennifer just gave to me. So that's a sign that I'm on the right path. That feels like to me. And even, you know, the homie, I've been watching his channel forever. Lockdown 23 and 1 is his YouTube channel. Go, if you don't know his channel, go to his channel, subscribe, check out his videos and his journey in life and stuff like that. But even that, like, I was watching his videos and stuff like that, thinking like, you know, this guy's where I'm trying to get. Plus, like, just seeing his transition from his life to where it is now, that was a sign to me too that this can be done, you know, and it's meant to be done, you know. So like I said, one day, you know, things are going to change dramatically on this YouTube channel and in my life, and you guys are going to get to witness that. But and I'm not going to stop, because I'm going to live that kind of a life, because what else is there to do anyways? You know what I mean? Like, I did everything. There's a whole beautiful life out there that I'm trying to live, you know what I mean? And when I see death, like Mac Miller dying and stuff like that, which is just crazy, it makes me want to live more, and it shows me what not to do and what to do, and how valuable life is, and how much I need to get out there and reach my people, man. I got to get out there, you know what I mean? So the more you guys share these videos too, share this video right now, you know, hit the subscribe, hit the like for me, like, you know what I mean? Help me out. And all the money that I make from this YouTube channel, from people, beautiful people like Jennifer donating to me and doing nice things like that and supporting me through all my struggles, you know what I mean? I'm going to, you know, reach more people with that money. I'm just going to reinvest it into reaching more people and changing lives. So just know the money you invest is changing lives, you know what I mean? Because that's what I'm utilizing the money for, you know what I mean? And like I said, I don't really, it's not really about the money. It's just what God is showing me, that these blessings are coming to me now out of the kindness of people's hearts from what I'm doing. So I must be on the right path. That was what I'm trying to get at, you know what I mean? But this is all just so unreal, you know, and just sometimes I need to just turn the live on and talk to people, man. Talk to my people, man. Like, everybody that's on my channel you're all conscious beings, you know what I mean? These are all conscious, very conscious people, and we're all type of people that where we can't really relate to most people, you know, and it's lonely like that. You live a lonely life when you're of that capacity of consciousness, you know what I mean? Because you can't relate to most people can't relate to you, so you're isolated a lot, you know what I mean? And yeah, be careful. The devil can also give you money. That's okay, but the devil's going to give you money if he knows that you can't handle the money, and God hasn't built you in a way to manage money properly, or to not be altered by money, because money could be the root of all evil. Yes, you know what I mean? But it depends on who the person is, you know what I mean? Their heart, how your heart is designed, because there's lots of people that God built in a way where then they got rich and they didn't even care about the money, and they gave all of it away to everybody that needed the money, and still lived lives with no money after that, after they were already rich, and gave it away and lived great lives. Because the difference in between, like, somebody that God built to have money the right way, he's putting you through war in order to build you in a way that you're going to be humble with the opportunities that you get in your life. That's what God does. You know what I mean? So he's building me in a way, and has built me in a way that I've already been that asshole with the money, and I pulled out stacks and I was flexing on everybody. I was in the club. I was doing all that. I had sold drugs. I was a popular guy. My music was on the radio. I was around a bunch of gangsters. I got videos and pictures to prove it. Go look. You know what I mean? Go look at my Instagram, Sincere Music Official on Instagram. Scroll all the way down. You'll see a completely different person, completely different lifestyle. You know what I mean? But yeah, it depends, like I said. But it can be, yeah, of course, you know. And the devil will try to manipulate you and bribe you with money in certain ways and stuff like that. But this is a completely different program because this was drawn to me from the law of attraction by doing good things, right? You can do bad things and have money opportunities drawn to you. Like if you're selling drugs, you might get a big mafia dude come down and be like, yo, cut that guy out. I'll pay you double, and here's a brick to start. You know what I mean? There's a difference. You got to be able to tell the balance. And my IG is Sincere Music, music with a Z, and then official. So Sincere Music Official. That's my. I'm also like, a lot of people don't know, like Corey Resilient is my YouTube channel. Corey's my name, and you know, I make music. I'm an artist. I go by Sincere Music, music with a Z. I'm Blue Badge verified on Facebook. I'm on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Store. You can download my album on any of those platforms, all the major platforms, iHeartRadio, Pandora, everything. And yeah, I make music too. I'm a very conscious rapper. I do a lot of things. I'm very versatile. You know, God made it that way for me, you know. And you can see that whole transition happening through my music. Since I was 15, I've been recording, making music all the way until I'm 26. And I've been making these videos for like the last 8 to 9, 10 months since I started this channel less than a year ago. And you can see this crazy transformation. If you go watch all my videos and you see, I've been saying I'm going to do all this shit since the beginning, when I was homeless in BC, halfway across the fucking country. And now I'm on the other side of the country in a completely different setting, in a different scenario, because I made that happen, because that's what I'm doing. But people looked at me for my current circumstances like I would never get out of that shit. And now here I am, you know, so. And there's going to be more ups and downs. I'm just reading all the comments. Okay, just followed. Okay, I'll follow you back there on Instagram. And then we got some weirdo John Harry getting attention from his death. Sad. See, it's just a typical fucking basic one-track mindset. You know what I mean? Out of everything that I just said, this fucking retard, that's all he can think. You know what I mean? He's just bitter individuals, right? Like, I get bashed all the time by fucking losers, you know what I mean? But in reality, they can't really see the bigger picture, you know what I mean? They just, I think they know in the back of their fucking bitch-ass heads or whatever, but they know what they're doing. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to provoke or whatnot, but he knows what path that I'm on. He's been watching. He's been watching the path. I like it. I like it. I like proving motherfuckers wrong. I like being resilient. I like changing my circumstances right in front of motherfuckers, showing y'all ass that I'm resilient. Anyways, moving on. Just keep watching, bro. Just keep watching. Mac Miller was one of my biggest inspirations. What have I missed in this live? Well, Mac Miller has passed away, and it's on all the mainstream outlets live right now. So that is a reality. But, you know, he overdosed. Could be a Illuminati blood sacrifice. I don't know. That shit is real. It happened with Chinks. You know what I mean? I had made a video about X. These things are possibilities. Regardless, representing death will leave you dead. You will end up dead. You know, you can't represent and call upon that name without getting what you ask for, you know, and that's kind of what a lot of artists have been doing. Is, I'm not even going to repeat it. It's in the video. Look at, then we got this hater again saying, trying to make me look like he thinks I'm an Illuminati now, because he said, look at his last Insta post, one eye symbolism. Whoa, fucking mind blown. Corey's, he's the fucking Illuminati kingpin leader. Fucking, anyways, get out of here with your fucking weirdo ass shit. Nobody's listening to you. Nobody hears you. So I literally get a handful of people that like come onto my YouTube channel and they sit there and try to like analyze everything about me, and they're like, oh, stand up at this time, which means he's a fucking, you know, he's a gang stalker. He's an Illuminati, like all types. These guys are fucked. And they're sitting there trying to call me paranoid schizophrenics. Like, holy fuck. I'm sitting here making a video about, you know, real life events that are happening. You know what I mean? And all this petty individual can focus on is my last Instagram post, apparently one eye symbolism. Actually, if you look at my eyes, one's closed more than the other one, because I grew up in the street fighting all my life. I've been to jail where, you know, I've had to take a couple punches from a couple hitters and give a couple. You know what I mean? That may be why my eyes. That's the only thing I'm doing is fucking trying to see it in my one eye because I can't see the other one because it got punched too many times for saying real shit, pissing fucking fake people off. I'll take a punch. Been knocking motherfuckers off their pivot. Anyways, no, dude, Mac Miller's last post. Oh, Mac Miller's post. That's fucked. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. Yeah, man, like he was, I guess, you know, but he was more representing death, though, if anything. Like, you know, look at Eminem. He's like full out doing like the Illuminati shit. You know what I mean? Him and fucking, you know, the main dudes that are doing the Illuminati shit. It's quite clear. But yeah, Mac Miller, obviously he was doing a couple 1-2 things. He probably started doing these little symbols to try to get, you know, he was dying off. His career is dying off. So he's probably desperate trying to do some Illuminati shit, hoping that it brings him fucking more attention, which it brought him death for fucking with that shit. You know what I mean? That shit is crazy, though. But, yo, I'm going to end this video. Stay resilient to all my people out there. Much love to everybody that's been following. And thank you to Jennifer for her donation. That's crazy. The super chat. I just got monetized, so I never had that before, that ability. So that's amazing. That's a blessing. Thanks to Jennifer. Thanks to everybody. You know, peace out. God bless. Rest in peace, Mac Miller. That's crazy. I was trying to, you know, out of every tragedy that happens, I try to show people what we should learn from that. You know what I mean? What people should see, or at least what I'm learning from it, what I should see. I'm only speaking to myself, and then I end up making a video talking about what I just figured out, what I just learned from a tragedy. I'm not trying to ride no wave or anything like that. It's literally, this is the kind of person that I am. For every bad thing that happens in my life, I make a video to show people what the bad was and then show how resilient from that. That's the entire intention of this YouTube channel. It's called Corey Resilient, right? So that's my intention when it comes to this stuff. Anyways, take care. God bless.